CBS 6 News at 11 starts with breaking news.
Engine 212, Ambulance 208, and Battalion 202. Gunshot wound. 3310, Boys on Street.
12, Ambulance 208 and Battalion 202, copy you're out at 0136. Here's a possible victim at the roundabout. When you enter, we advise you stage of arrival.
Shots rang out right outside the Virginia State University dormitories last night. Coming up, our AJ Nwoko will tell us how students and Virginia leaders are responding. But breaking news tonight, a 19-year-old has been arrested in connection to last night's VSU shooting. Thanks for joining us here at 11. I'm John Burkett. Cameron Harris of Henrico County was found in Seward Hall hiding in a closet around 4 this afternoon. Chesterfield police say Harris is not a VSU student. He is now being charged with 8 felony warrants, including malicious wounding and use of a firearm and the commission of a felony. More charges may be pending. As for the victims, their ages range from 17 to 23 years old. Our AJ Nwoko was at VSU all day and shares the voices of students who recall the moments they heard gunshots.
Students are spending the weekend moving into their dorms ahead of classes starting Monday. But early Saturday morning, there was a mass shooting just outside of Magnolia Hall. I spoke with one of the VSU students who was inside his dorm when the shooting happened. He said he heard those shots and he was terrified.
Welcome week is where all the freshmen get here a week early.
At Virginia State University, rhythmic sounds from the drumline range students into campus ahead of the first day of classes Monday.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
But freshman engineering student Miles Blake says the percussion ringing out early Saturday morning.
I knew something was going to happen, but I wasn't expecting a shooting.
Was much more terrifying.
Lit out the window, everybody was just running. I saw everybody running. So I knew it was shots.
This police scene here was the result of a mass shooting near the University Quad Annex buildings on campus on the 3300 block of Boyso Street, which injured 5 people, one of those critically.
There was like 100 shots going off, rapid fire.
All 5 victims, including a VSU student, were taken to nearby hospitals. VSU officials confirmed that the student was among those with non-life-threatening injuries and has since been released from the hospital.
All the RAs were running outside, telling all the students to come in, and nobody could really walk outside their building.
The act of violence prompted an hours-long campus-wide lockdown, which, according to an email sent to students, has transitioned to a campus-wide curfew.
Students that are off the campus can come on the campus after 9, and yeah, they just put more cops on duty.
In addition to an increased police presence, the shooting drew responses from Governor Abigail Spanberger and U.S. Senator Mark Warner, condemning the tragedy, praying for the injured, and thanking first responders. In the meantime, as police continue their investigation, Blake is urging all students to be mindful of the company they keep.
Don't hang around the wrong people, because if I was hanging around the wrong people, I would have been out there and I could have got shot. So yeah, just don't hang around the wrong people.
Campus police says there will be an increased security presence throughout the weekend and that they're also getting assistance from the Hanover County Sheriff's Office as well as the ATF. And as soon as we know more about this mass shooting, we'll be sure to pass those details off to you. That'll do it for us now here at Virginia State University. AJ Nwoko, CBS 6 News.
Continuing our coverage, I'm here with retired Chesterfield Police Captain Steve Neal, and one of the first things that you pointed out, and I thought, was this guy was hiding in a closet?
Well, you know, John, the first thing struck me when it comes to law enforcement is we're talking about 14 hours later finding the suspect in a dorm room. That raises a lot of questions for me. It's very unlikely that he left campus and came back, so that suggests that he's been there for the entire 14 hours. Again, that makes me wonder who else might be involved in this case. Was there somebody hiding him inside that particular dorm room? And I want to know, where's the weapon? Has the weapon been recovered in this case? I think they're all significant points that we need to find out.
Also, a lot of people online talking, Steve, about the number of non-students involved in this incident.
This incident makes it very clear. You've got 5 people involved, 4 of whom are not even students, and yet they're on campus late at night, and that's a significant issue, and that's certainly something that the campus police and the local police need to work on together. They need to figure out a way to restrict access or to have a better idea of who's on this campus late at night, and community members that have no reason to be there would be a lot better off if they weren't there.
And Steve, this is an area that you patrolled when you were a police officer with Chesterfield. We both know that significant changes have happened to the campus since the past 20 years. What do you think needs to be talked about as far as security on that Boysaw Street side?
Well, you know, VSU has done a good job in improving their campus. But I'm not quite as confident about saying that when it comes to security on campus. You can do just a quick search and find out that there are a number of incidents that happen year after year after year, shootings, stabbings, killings, including just a couple years ago, a Virginia State University police officer was shot and left permanently disabled. So they've done a good job maybe with the facilities, but they need to do a better job understanding who's on campus and why they're there.
Retired Police Captain Steve Neal, thanks for joining us. I know it's late.
My pleasure. Nice to be here.
And those weren't the only leaders to address the tragic shooting near the VSU campus. Attorney General Jay Jones and Representative Rob Whitman both posted statements on social media today. But first, I was at a Filipino American celebration in Newport News and caught up with Congressman Bobby Scott.
Just the fact that it's on campus doesn't make it any different from any other crime. There have been shootings and multiple shootings in the Richmond area, which have been very disturbing, and we need to take affirmative action to make sure that these things are stopped. It doesn't start with police. It starts with getting young people on the right track and keeping them on the right track. And if you're going to wait until the shootings occur, that's obviously too late.
The congressman, one of several lawmakers from both sides of the aisle that spoke about the mass shooting outside VSU's dorms. Attorney General Jay Jones said, quote, "We are monitoring reports of a shooting at VSU. My thoughts are with the students, faculty, staff, families, and law enforcement impacted. I've been in touch with the President Abdullah, and I am praying for healing, recovery, and strength for the entire VSU community." And Representative Rob Whitman said in part, quote, "My thoughts and prayers are with the victims, their families, and the entire VSU community. I am praying for the victims' full and swift recovery. No students should ever have to fear for their safety on a college campus, and I am grateful for the swift response by law enforcement."